what you're doing now?
I'm using the wrong side of the denim just because it'll be a nice contrast with the rest of the outfits that I have, which are majority black wool and black leather. Isn't that entertaining?
Yeah. So you're cutting it now?
Yeah, I'm cutting the fabric out of the patterns that I've made.
So what actually got you into fashion then?
I think I've always been into fashion. Like growing up, I remember distinctly being on the playground, like a very Americanized playground, and it was just like me and my group of friends chilling in some like shaded area, and I was just drawing, and it was like 5th grade drawing type of skill, so it was just kind of not stick figures, but
Really bad.
really bad, and it was just like a plain t-shirt, and it was just like, ooh, this is fashion. I think that's just kind of how it began in some sort of way, and I guess that's how it started, but I continued drawing regardless of, you know, being into fashion. I was still at least being a creative type, so that's just kind of how it is.
So how come you came to Manchester then to study? Why not studying in America, Arizona?
Arizona doesn't have fashion. It's not known for fashion. It's just dry, hot, wear shorts all the time type of thing. And I knew I didn't want to settle there. I knew I was like, at least in my life, I knew I was like planned for something bigger. I just know that so far, and if I stayed in Arizona, it wasn't going to happen. But then I actually applied just to see if I could even get in. And I did, surprisingly. I was pretty shocked. I was like, whoa, I did it. And then as soon as I found out that I got it, then it was like, oh, I guess I'm moving.
So how come you chose somewhere like Manchester, not maybe New York or LA or?
Well, New York would cost more than an arm and a leg. Because that was kind of like my big thing, like growing up, like we didn't grow up rich or anything, like my family didn't have money. So I always kind of knew,
Okay.
I always kind of knew that like I didn't want to ask them for money. Like growing up, I never really asked them for a lot. Like if I guess like in high school, when it was like yearbook season where they were coming out, and I don't even have a yearbook for my high school, because like I didn't want to ask them for that money. It was just like, I just kind of felt bad for having to ask them for these things. So like when I applied and got accepted, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, like how am I actually gonna, you know, be able to pay for university? Even if like I went to New York, like that was like physically impossible. Like it wasn't gonna happen. Like I definitely would not have asked them. Like if I got into like some university in New York, it wasn't gonna happen because I wouldn't ask them for help, and I didn't want to pull out a loan for that. So that's why, I guess that's, in hindsight, that's kind of why I picked Manchester, because the cost of living here and Arizona is similar than, you know, paying an arm and a leg in New York.
Do you see yourself becoming a great fashion designer?
I think one day, but not anytime soon. I think out of university, it's not going to be like instantaneous, like this is the person you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
But I think, and hoping, you know, sometime in my life it will actually happen. So yeah, I mean, I think any fashion designer at a university standard, or even at a young age, is hopeful that, yeah, they'll become famous in some way or another. So